sure. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hanging Out with Temi. And Hanging Out with Temi. My name is Temi Ajayi, and I've got Miss Liz Greatness. Hi, Lizzie.
Where is it? Oh.
And Heidi's here.
Hello.
Well, today it's an interesting day because all of us have been on the road driving and meetings and everything, but so then we have to do this in the car, as you can see, because we've got another meeting that we have to go to straight after this. So thank you for your understanding, for accepting us in the car. Every now and then we're a bit dramatic like that, and I hope that's okay. So yeah, we're gonna be in the car today. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you for tuning in, and if you're returning, we appreciate you. Thank you. So today we've got an amazing thing going on. We implore you to get your cup of tea and get ready for the day. You want to lose weight? There you go. You're gonna lose it. Liz, you're having a little bit of cough.
I do have a bit of cough. It's getting well, but then it keeps coming back. I think it's probably the heavens that you brought closer for us.
Yes, that's right. Descend. Everyone descend on us. And how have you been?
I'm good. Thank you. You want to ask Heidi first?
Because we haven't been able to catch up. No, we caught up last time, Thursday with Liz, but I haven't had any story or news. I like my gossip. Heidi, how are you?
I'm really good, thank you. I love to hear about what happened on Thursday and why I didn't get the invite. So, you girls went out dancing or something, and I was not there.
It's funny you said that because every time I go out with Heidi, Liz will be like, "Where's my invite?" And then when I go out with Liz, Heidi's like, "Where's my invite?" Ladies, sometimes I'm going to Heidi's way. And so I'm there. I'll just ring Heidi. Where are you? I'm around your house. Come over, we go. And sometimes it's late. So I'm sorry. Sometimes we can't do it together. But today we're together. I've got a story. This Monday was unbelievable with my car. I haven't told you, ladies. The story of Monday, did I tell you?
No.
Well, my car tire went flat. I was driving so quickly to get to the gas station to fill it and then take my daughter to her school, drop her off, Tony, and the tire went down. So I pulled over at the gas station. I need to say this because I just want to shout out to this beautiful, amazing lady that helped me.
Wow, a lady helped you.
You got no idea.
Oh, my goodness.
This story was amazing. This lady.
Okay.
Anyway, the tire went down and then I got to the gas station. The pumping machine wasn't working. At this time, my tire was flat, so I could not move. And so I was trying to get Uber just to put it on Uber to go. And the Uber says, US dollars, something is not working. I think I used the Uber thing in the US, so it's locked to US. I couldn't. I was so angry. I was there. Anyway, I saw a lot of men at the gas station, like 10 of them. Nobody came to my aid.
Wow.
And I'm looking, where are the gentlemen? Where are they? Anyway, nobody. So I was looking at the tire. I'll be very quick. I don't want to bore you, but there's somewhere I'm going. I thought I would share this with the whole world. And so a lady came to me, and this lady, she rocks. And she came to me and said, "Do you need help?" And I said, "I'm trying to just see how I can fix this tie up. I haven't done four-wheel drive before. I've done this sedan about 20 years ago. I know how to remove it. So she said, we can do it. Women rock. We can do it.
Wow.
So we both went flat under the car.
Oh,
I'm telling you,
no way.
seriously, at the gas station, all the men were looking at us. And so we removed all the bolts and nuts, but there was one that we couldn't get out. And this one has got a lock. So it's a safety lock. It's different from all the nuts. I didn't know that. And so this screwdriver thing we were using would not remove it, so we got stuck. So this Indian guy came to me. I have to say that because Indian people rocked. This Monday, you rock. I have to give it to you. The first Indian guy came to us and said, do you need help? We said, yes. So he said, oh, there's a safety thing you got to call the Range Rover. Da, da, da. I said, okay. So he left, but he came. And then another Indian guy came, second Indian guy. And then discovered there's a special lock somewhere. There's a keys in the car, in the boot somewhere. So he figured it out to help us. His name was Happy. Happy, thank you so much. You were indeed a happy man, and then helped us, myself and my friend. Now my friend.
Now your friend.
She was with me at the gas station for 1.5 hours.
Oh, goodness.
She's a PhD student.
Wow.
She's doing forensic science. I'm like, you see my fingerprint? You're gonna erase it. It was so funny. We so bonded so quickly. I'm like, it's meant to be. Sometimes you have this breakdown and you think it's the end of the world, but you don't know what you want to get out of that. So I said to her, you've been so wonderful to me. We need to have a cup of tea. Would you mind? And then she said, yes, let's have a cup of tea. This day, I was going to rush to drop my daughter. I wasn't even going to wear any shoe. I was just going to, thank God I wore this runner. I wasn't going to wear any shoe. So if you're a lady, you're taking your kid or somebody to the gas station to quickly drop them, you don't want to wear shoe, Please, if you need to wear underpants, wear something because you never know what's going to happen. And so I had a cup of tea with this beautiful and amazing. So thank you so much. God bless you. That was my story. And then we didn't need to call Range Rover. We canceled the thing, and then we did our account. We drove in. Can you believe it? Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, so I thought I'm going to share that. So thank you to the guys that helped us. We need more gentlemen around. Really, when you see a woman stuck, stop by. It's okay. If you don't have a girlfriend, at least you might have a mother. Do something to help someone. And every woman too must to help other women. So you rock, guys. Thank you so much. That's my story. We're going to go on a quick break, and then we're going to go to today's topic. Sorry for boring you. So we need to remove the banner. I'm trying to remove the banner now. Oh, the banner. But we can't remove it. I don't think. This is what you do when you do something in the car, unfortunately. So
you cannot see your face.
Can you see my face? Our faces now, though? What? So what if we stretch our neck up?
Yeah, maybe this is what we need to do.
Oh, this is a bit hard.
Yeah.
Can you see it? All right, let's try and do something differently, guys.
Yeah, that's better.
There's always a way when there's a will.
Good on you. That's much better. Good on you.
Much better. I think our guests are here, so we're gonna get them on so quickly. We're not gonna muck around. So let's have a look at the lobby.
Like both of them.
Dinesha, Achi, and Conley. Are they here?
Dinesha is here. Is that him? Yeah, both of them are there.
Oh my word! This is where we're gonna have trouble.
You guys can see me. Hello. How are you?
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Tanisha? How are you, Clay?
I'm pretty good, thank you. How are you?
We're doing well. Can you hear us?
Yes.
Fantastic. Huh? All right. Yeah, because I can't find you, Liz. Sorry, we're a bit smushed. Are we very clear? Can you see us clearly though? Can
Yes,
you
I can
see
hear you.
myself and Heidi?
Only just a bit. The frame is a bit
Oh my.
narrow.
Yeah, we can only see Heidi and a bit of Lee and a bit of yourself, but we can't see Liz.
Okay, Liz is going to connect.
Yes, she's coming.
She's gonna connect somewhere now from outside.
Okay. Yeah, so we can see yourself in Heidi.
You can see Heidi.
Yeah, me too.
The more I try to put my head in, the more I get away. Oh my God, this is really bad.
It's a challenge. It's always a
We
challenge.
forgot to bring the laptop. We forgot to bring our laptop. That's why. Heidi, that's
Yep,
better.
there you go.
It's gonna be interesting today. Sorry about that, guys. We're normally really more organized than this. Don't tell us off, okay?
That's all right. That's me every week with the Zoom.
I know. But guys, thank you so much for coming. I'm just gonna start. Kunle, can you please introduce yourself to us? Who you are? I think we need to know where you're born. Are you born in Australia or are you born somewhere else in England? Can you tell us a little bit about you, Kunle, please?
Sure. So I'll just introduce myself. So my name is Kunle. So I was born in Australia. And yeah. Yes.
Over 3 decades ago, you don't look it. but thank you. Thank you for coming, Kunle. And Tinashe, did I pronounce your name very well, Tinashe?
Yeah, that's quite well. Yeah, it's Tinashe.
Tinashe, I like it.
Tinashe,
Can you please introduce yourself to our audience to know you?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, my name is Tinashe, and I was born in Zimbabwe. So I came over, and I lived in New Zealand for 15 years before relocating to Australia 5 years ago.
Wow. Compare Australia to New Zealand. This is God's own land, isn't it?
I think New Zealand is, if you want to be natural, New Zealand is perfect, but Australia has got its own flair as well, which I like.
You're very diplomatic. Thank you so very much. So, gentlemen, we invited you on the show today to talk to us about lifestyle. I've known Kunle for a long, long time, and I see the way he's disciplined, the way it's always been particular about his food, and then he still eats, somehow that I see he eats nicely. Anyway, I thought we were going to bring Kunle to talk to us. They said what you eat is what you are. And I don't eat burger, but look at me. So what is my problem? I want someone to diagnose me and tell us, what do you eat, Kunle? What do you eat?
Oh, very interesting question. I think in terms, I keep it simple, but my philosophy is, for me personally, I like to expose myself to different cultural foods. So I like trying different flavors, foods, because it's nice to immerse yourself in different cultures. I think one of the main aspects is that I focus on a lot of fresh produce that is unprocessed and that doesn't have like the added preservatives, sugars, and fats. So my main focus is like getting food that is fresh or that is freshly made.
Oh, that is freshly made. My gari and my ground rice, they're freshly made. Is that what you mean by freshly made?
Yeah.
My fufu.
So you can have, whether if you are cooking from home and you're using ingredients that are fresh, or you have like rice or your traditional food, that's a really good option as well. That's really nice. A lot of people like to do that, and it's a nice way for, even putting the nutrition aside, that's a really nice way of bonding with others, and it's a cultural and social thing. There's a lot of layers towards that. So in terms of cooking, like it will vary for different people, but when you're cooking from home from scratch, it varies for different people, but it's just a really nice factor for a lot of people.
I'm coming back to you, Collie, because I really want to understand that very clearly. I'm really, really curious. At Tinashe, we're gonna go to Tinashe. I saw Tinashe eating cucumber. Is that what we need to eat? And how do you get into just eating cucumber? In Africa, we're carnivorous animals. We don't eat ourselves, but we eat lower animals, not higher animals. So tell us about you, Tinashe.
Yeah. Yeah. Personally, for as far as I know to be alive, I've been eating, all sorts of food, including meat and all that. But then back in 2015, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure. And, from that time on, I just started running marathons and all that sort of thing. And, I've been trying my level best, to try to keep my blood pressure low. And, it's been working because I've been working really hard, in terms of exercising, in terms of watching what I eat. But I would like to say from the 4th of February last year, I then just said to myself, I was running a marathon at that time, and I said to myself, well, why do I eat meat? I just asked that to myself. I said, why do I eat this? Why can I not change that part of the diet? Because I changed everything else except on the animal side of things. I said, why can I not change this? So I challenged myself. And from that day, from the 4th of February, I said, I want to try to just be eating, from vegetables and meat and egg. I tried that. And particularly, I watched my blood pressure. It went completely under control. My cholesterol went completely under control. So, to me, I then just said to myself, from now on, I'm going to be eating 95% of my food from plants, and 5% comes from egg and milk, just to, get those other proteins that we need, in order for the body to function very well. So for me, I'm plant-based, and I'm very happy about that.
Wow, I love that. This is amazing.
I know you would.
Yes, I love it.
But hold on one second. I need a break. I'm trying to process this. I need a break. Let's just go on a quick break. We'll be back shortly. Fantastic. Welcome back to Hanging Out with Temi. Today we're talking about, all right, so we're going to bring our, please. You're not backstage, darling. What? One second. I can't get these. We're going to be back very shortly. One second. Welcome back. We're trying to get Liz on because she stepped out of the car and she's trying to log on. Tinashe, so you start to eat plant-based and eggs and you drink milk and everything. So how did you should I leave you? You want to? Sorry, I do was gonna
I
ask.
wanted to ask a question. So, in terms of blood pressure, is it just blood pressure that you actually felt the benefit in, or is it everything else? I'm asking this question because I believe that that few months ago, not few now, but like a lot of months ago now, I felt like stagnant energy inside me every time I eat meat, chicken, and anything that is meat based. Okay? So I started feeling that, and then I eliminated meat and I eliminated chicken for a while, and then I started feeling so fresh in my stomach, and then I don't have this energy inside me. So I just wanted to know, like, and I also felt so much better in so many different areas. One of them was, my skin was a lot clearer. I don't have breakouts anywhere. I feel light in my energy. I feel focused. I'm not foggy and all of that. So can you confirm that this is what you could have felt?
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Because back in the time when I made the decision to be vegetarian, there's a question that I asked myself, which I couldn't, answer myself. I said to myself, but how did I start to eat meat in the first place? And I found that meat was introduced to me by my parents. I never said I wanted it, right? I had no choice in that. So, so as far as I know, I've been eating meat. But one thing, when you start to exercise, you get to a certain stage where you feel like what you were saying, Heidi, where you feel inside you there's something that's there. You can't explain what it is, but it's there. It's something stagnant, something, there's a feeling that you start to feel. And when you make a choice to say, okay, for now, I'm gonna be working on plant-based food. Like, you're gonna be eating like tofu. You're gonna be having your eggs. You're gonna be having your veggies, your broccoli, your beans. You take like maybe 7 to 14 days. You start to feel light inside you because the body regenerates itself way better with vegetables because they're original, right? As opposed to animals, because animals need food to make food, whereas plants don't need food to make food. They make
I
food from
like that.
nutrients.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so they're original, and when you eat original stuff in your body, there is some regeneration that happens. And for real, like my skin, I was darker, way darker than this. But
Ah,
all the people I meet, they say, "Oh, how come you have changed?" I say, "Well, because I'm vegetarian now. That's why I've changed."
Can you see my face like I'm really angry with you right now? I actually admire you, and that I really, that's why I'm very inquisitive, but I love my meat. I love my meat, but
Mhm.
I am open to learn. I'm open to if to a change in lifestyle reasonably. But Kule, I'm just wondering, considering, I was born and bred in Nigeria, all I knew was meat. How can I do? Do I have to reduce? Do you agree to absolute abstinence? And if we're struggling, what is your suggestion?
Yeah, I think one of the most beautiful things is that every person's journey will be different. So, food is very complex because it's not a one size fits all. Everyone's journey is different, and we come from different places. Just as you mentioned, in Nigeria, like meat is like a delicacy. It's very intertwined with culture. So that's something that a lot of people grew up with. And with that being said, I don't really I wouldn't expect someone to completely cut meat out because it has cultural, social aspects. And when it comes to eating, it's very nutrition is very holistic. It's not only just about the nutrition and parts. It has a lot of layers. So, like if you omit the cultural and social things, there's something that you feel like is missing. So I think it's just really important, just as you mentioned, it's just the amount of how much meat that you're consuming. Because even myself, like my family say I'm vegetarian, I'm not. It's just that I don't eat as much meat as people normally do, but it's just the amount of consumption. Because even myself, like it's a cultural factor. I really love when I go to a party and you see the beef or the goat, I'll just grab I'll just grab it. So I think it's really important to just remind each person that it is okay to find it, but it's a journey that they need to go on. And I think it's important that they become educated of how much they can have and how does that fit into their lifestyle. Because there's a lot of studies that confirm, there's a lot of like well established studies that saying you can eat your red meat, but if you have a lot of fresh fruit and vegetables, that will help with eating just red meat, because you have all of the nutrients, the minerals, and the antioxidants that are assisting you with your health as well too. So it's going to look different to everyone.
Thank you so much, Kunle. I like that you're being gentle. That's okay. We can still eat a bit, but it's the moderation. And I guess I was talking before. I said it sounds as if I want to eat my cake and still have it. So, but you said if you deprive me of eating this absolutely, then I would think I'm missing something. So I might be miserable. So I'm really interested in how quickly did you get inertia to just swish like that? And hold on, I have to get Liz on because 1 second, I'll just get Liz on, please. No, you went backstage because you didn't come here. You didn't come. Oh. That's why. Because I went into the guest and you went there. I've got Tinashe on for you.
Hi, Tinashe.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
All good, thank you. Yeah, so you've already shared how you are grass-fed.
Grass-fed. Grass-fed.
Grass-fed, you are organic now. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah. So the first time, how did you? It sounds like a cold talkie thing. So tell us how the first week of your transition. How did you feel?
I think to me, you know, there are three things that have happened in my life which sort of mark some milestones, right? So for me, the first thing that happened, which I can relate to, which I always look back to, was giving myself to Christ, right? When I first said, oh, you know, I now want to follow Christ. To me, it was revelational. To me, it's something that I can always look back to. And all the years, I couldn't take that decision because I thought, oh, I won't have friends in church and all that. But when I took that decision, I never looked back, you know. And also when I proposed to my wife, to me, it's also something, you know, that was revelational as well. You know, it's something that I'm always thankful about. And the last thing was the decision for me to be vegetarian. You know, it's something that, you know, my friends are vegetarian, most of them. Some of them are, some are not. And, you know, I always looked at them and I say, but how come they don't eat meat? You know, that's not a life, you know. But when I tried it, on the very first day that I tried it, something happened to me. And I knew that I was not going to go back. Because at that particular time, you know, I was starting to feel some pain, you know, here on my neck. Now, I was feeling some pain which I couldn't explain, you know. And on the very day that I said, I just want to try to be meat free, all those pains just started subsiding. And after a month, I was completely free.
Wow.
So when I then looked back, I then say to myself, so do I want to go back? And I said, no, I just want to keep on this journey. I kept on feeling lighter, lighter, and more confident about myself. So I think that's what I can say to you, that you start to feel really good.
Yeah. Well, I can relate to that. I will not confidently say that I'm vegetarian, but I don't necessarily eat meat as I used to. And I have started incorporating my vegetables, particularly making a smoothie of my vegetables. And I must admit, I can't quite put a finger on when exactly it happened, but I used to have joint pain in my finger, and I don't have that anymore. You know, the other day I was feeling my fingers, and I'm like, what happened here?
Wow.
So I don't have the pain in my finger joints anymore. And I must admit, I'm so committed to my veggie smoothie. I can have it twice a day or, once a day, but I do make sure that I have my veggie smoothie. So somehow the vegetables are good for us. Not that being vegetarian means the only thing you eat are veggies, is it, Tinashe? How do you distinguish between somebody who only eats veggies and somebody who is a vegetarian?
Okay. Good one.
Well, yeah, I'm not vegan because being vegan means you don't eat anything from animals.
Okay.
Myself, I drink milk, but I also limit it a bit. Most of the times I eat, I drink, plant-based milk, which is
Mhm.
soy or almond milk or all that. That's what I put in my coffee. And I also eat eggs because they are rich in protein. Because being a vegetarian, if you don't eat protein, then you're just marking yourself to failure. You're not going to pass it because
Aha.
you need to have protein. Every diet must be high in protein. Otherwise, you're not going to get your goals, whether it's weight loss or feeling good. Proteins, when you eat them, you
Mm.
feel good. I think my brother can attest to that. Protein
Yes, yes.
is the game in the town. So protein, protein, protein. Whether you're eating vegetables, whether you are eating animals, you need to make sure that you're eating high proteins.
Okay.
Hi.
Mhm.
You know what I wanted to ask you, because I have two children, and I wanted to ask you in terms of teenagers growing up and all of that. What do you think? What do you suggest? You must have had so many people reaching out and asking you this question. And you know, I would love to move my children to plant-based diet only, but then I'm really worried about iron level. They're girls, they get their periods. Like I'm thinking they're going to be mothers one day. Is this going to be safe? Is this going to be good? What do you think?
Yeah, I think there are lots of plant-based foods that are rich in iron. There are lots of plant-based food that are rich in protein. So you need to find those and then also include them in the diet as well. But like for myself, my wife and my kids, they eat meat. And I actually barbecue meat for them, and I have no problem with that. I barbecue pork for them, chicken, fish, everything I give them because that's their choice. That's what they want to eat. But then I'm slowly weaning them off because, like, my kids have been seeing the change that has happened in me. And they've been asking me those questions. Dad, what happened to you? And themselves, I never told them, themselves, they've cut on meat by just looking at myself. So I believe what you do speaks better than what you say.
Yes,
So
that's true.
if you can do it better, I think they will just learn from themselves. But they need to slowly do it because sometimes you don't need to be drastic. Like what my brother was saying, you shouldn't be drastic about it because sometimes there's that social aspect as well. Like myself being vegetarian, when I go to these barbecues, from Africans and all that, sometimes you feel a bit isolated, but I've gone over it now. I can socialize with anyone at any level, still eating my vegetables.
Wow. Do you drink
Yeah,
alcohol,
and
or
with
have
the
you cut
iron,
also?
Alcohol, I left 16 years ago.
Wow.
Good on
We
you.
we can't get you anywhere. Kule, you were gonna say something.
Oh, I was just about to mention, like, with in terms of iron, just not only red meats, but like if you are going on the journey of being vegetarian, that you can take advantage of. For example, if you have a lot of leafy greens, that if you supplement it with vitamin C, it aids the absorption. So that's something that I recommend to a lot of clients because lentils have iron. There's a lot of leafy greens that have iron, but in order to enhance that absorption, it's good to have vitamin C, and that's really good thing about vegetables. They're naturally rich in vitamin C, so it's a win-win situation. So that's something that some people are sometimes worried about iron when they move to just eating vegetarian as well.
So, Kule, what's your diet, like a regular diet? What would that look like? You know, do you drink kale in the morning and kale in the afternoon? And because I tried that kale, it's a bit harsh. Like I like spinach, it's softer. Kale is, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I don't like it at all. So what
Yeah,
would you
it
suggest? What's your?
has a bit of a harsh taste to it. So
Thank you.
I think this is the interesting question because the way how I eat is quite unconventional and it actually surprises a lot of people. I'm very flexible with how I eat, and people, because maybe just to update, because my background, I studied nutrition and dietetics, so I trained how like things were going, and people are very surprised with how free I eat. But majority I eat
Wow.
very well. It's like, oh, it's like you eat this or this, and like I say that because I'm very confident with the way how I eat is very fresh and healthy. So if I occasionally choose something, that's completely fine because I know it's giving myself the permission to eat certain things, and it's having that relationship, a positive relationship with yourself with food. That's really important because I think
That's
what
a good one.
happens is we can get too caught up with saying I need to eat this, and you lose the joy of eating, socializing, and mixing with people. So that's one main value that I have, and it's been a journey, but for me personally, it's just made the way how I eat every day very joyful and just easy. So it's almost that I don't think, because with when it comes to dietary guidelines, I do eat the five veggies, two fruit, I tick them off, but it's in a way that I just enjoy the way how I eat because I value like a lot of things and I value hospitality. So I have all of these values that help me to not be too hard on myself with healthy eating and just be very flexible with it.
You have to be hospitable because your parents are extremely overtly
Oh
hospitable.
yes, with
So
takeaway
I I I
containers.
I I don't know why you will be, because many people will go the other way because you should be tired of the sort of hospitality that your parents dish out. You should go the other way and say I'm done. But it's really credit to you to still be like that. Thank you so much for sharing that. I want to ask a question, dude. Would you uh, say once a week burger? I don't eat burger once a week, by the way. I'm just saying. Burger once or twice a week. Is that a problem? Pizza? Is that pizza? I know you eat nicely and joyfully, but look at me very well. See how voluminous I am? Should I be eating burger once a week? Because I crave it, but I haven't eaten it for a long, long time. But I just want to ask this open question. Say the truth, Kunle. Say the truth. Very
If you
dirty.
do, I say go ahead because I had pizza yesterday night. So I had pizza yesterday night and I don't feel guilty about it. I don't feel guilty about it. So if as long as you have that burger and then you're knowing that whatever the remaining parts of the day and throughout the week, you know that you're having things that are rich in fruit and vegetables, and you know that your diet is okay, then it's completely fine. Sometimes you get those cravings, and you don't want to torture yourself saying, "Oh, I want that burger," and you can't have
I
it.
get it.
So Yeah, it's about giving yourself permission and not be too hard on yourself. Yeah.
I like that. Thank you so much. Tinashe, can I ask how much weight have you lost? Did you lose weight in this process of eating vegetables?
Um, I think when I started, yeah, I lost 20. I lost 20.
You lost
But not,
20?
yeah, over 2 years, I lost 20.
Wow.
I lost 20.
This is doable. Then the other thing I tried is I tried to buy artificial plant-based chicken. I get some cheese, plant-based. They taste really good. Cheese tastes like cheese, and the chicken tasted like chicken. But they were very few in the shop. They're very expensive as well compared to if I buy a whole chicken for $6, and I will feed my family for like 2 days. But this chicken-based thing, and the pack is not even beautiful. Do you go for that cheese, plant-based cheese or stuff? You do those, Tanisha?
I think I treat it as a delicacy, like what my brother was saying. Personally, I don't like to eat processed food a lot.
Ah,
When I'm going for a barbecue, I know my friends will be eating meat, right? Sometimes I buy that stuff, right? Like it says beefless beef, right? Plant-based beef. I buy it so that I can socialize with friends. But I don't eat that every day. Every day I try to make sure that my food is raw. It's coming from the ground, or maybe it's eggs and milk. That's all I want to eat.
raw.
I don't like to eat processed food.
Wow. You know what? When I was doing some studies around psychosomatic illnesses, the diseases that we have because of our thinking and all of that, my coach at the time said that to me. He said, I want 85% of the food you eat to be all coming from the ground, nothing cooked. He said nothing cooked, nothing processed, nothing this and that. And I was thinking, is he crazy? What is he talking about? Are you serious? I'm gonna have to eat stuff like that? What do you mean? Like he said this to me. If you can't plant it, you can't eat it.
Yeah.
He said that, and I
Yeah.
did that. You see, I listened. I listened to that. I listened for 6 months, and this is what I was doing, and I healed from whatever it is that I had. And I was thinking,
Hmm.
go back and do that. I thought it was crazy, but it was like an adventure. I'm gonna whatever I eat has to be able to be planted. Other than that, I'm not able to. And he said, don't kill your food. Do not cook it. Just eat it how it is, just like that,
I
raw.
heard that before.
And he said that. And, I think, well, I did this for 6 months, and I got amazing benefits. And I'd love to go back and do it again.
You guys are just killing me. I'm going to go on a quick break and be back. Liz is drinking her smoothie already. But what I want to say is, I've got goat in my freezer. So the plan is, I'm going to finish my goat and then I'm going to do this. I'm going to try. Let me finish the goat, then I'm going to slowly follow Liz's advice, reduce it, and don't do too much. My kids are very good. They drink smoothie, they eat kale, they eat legume, they do all sort of things. Amazing. I look at them. They said they look healthy. They're very fit, but I'm still moving, so I thought I'm fit. That's all right. But I'm very open, and I want to hear from you guys. This has been exceptionally beautiful, and Heidi is motivated now, and Liz is like, I'm drinking my smoothie. So I gotta be doing something definitely. I don't want to be left out in this business. Liz has got a question. Go ahead.
I want to hear, have you guys encountered judgmental people, and how did you deal with that?
Judgmental.
Yeah, people who are, saying you guys are very, you know, you
Weird.
don't want to mix with others, you don't want to do what others are doing, and, I've got opinions about you just being so disciplined. And how and even if you meet such people, how would you deal with them if you haven't met them already?
Mm. Yeah, I think yeah, that's something I have learned over the years. I think way before I even became vegetarian. I think I've learned to appreciate people, for who they are. People come in different walks of life, and people have got different reasons for doing what they do. So the best thing is not to judge people. I don't judge people, but what surprises me is people come judging me and saying, "Oh, you're a vegetarian. We know you're gonna live this lifestyle. You know, like maybe we will be asking you next year. That sort of thing. That's what people do. But
That's
personally,
nasty.
I appreciate people the way they are. They got their reasons to that. Personally, I've got my own reasons, and I think it's working for me. And for people who come to me for advice, I would advise them like what my brother said, that don't be hard on yourself. You just need to get all the information and slowly do, what works for you. Yeah, but people will definitely come judging. But you just need to be really, you need to have a tough skin and and just continue working on your path, knowing what you want to achieve.
That's fantastic.
Yes,
And I heard
yes.
Akule and yourself, you were saying that when you go, you try to socialize and you try to, to blend in so you don't look like odd one out. You still try and mix and still have fun socializing. And so the other thing is, I think, and I like what you said, Tinashe, because you're not judgmental. You let people be where they are at. Eventually, if they get out of it, then they will. But at the time, it's very hard when people are blocked and you're trying to get through to them. It's a waste of time. So that's very profound. But the I don't think anything fanatical really is good, because now you still let your kids eat a little bit of meat and all, or your family as they like. People will get on their journey at their own time. But I'm really fascinated, and I think what you've done, both of you, is extreme discipline, and that's what I like. I like to be disciplined. I like
Yeah.
to push myself to do something that is hard. I guess that is why we're on this journey and on this platform with you, because we're very inquisitive. We want to learn and we want to try make a difference in our own life as well. The other thing I want to say is some people are they are animal lovers. So they jump on this like vegan or vegetarian because they're animal lovers. Some people jump on the wagon because they're environmentalists, because the pollution and the residue of the meat also, or the extinction, whatever we kill the animal, the globalization, the effect of it, also they get on it, or health, on health ground. And I think whichever one resonates with you, it causes you to go deeper into that, making a change. However, the essence of this our platform is actually to learn and to teach. So we can make that decision. We don't need to have health condition to make a decision. So that's what I'm getting from this. My blood pressure might be normal and regular now, but I don't need to wait, because sometimes when you are diagnosed with something severe, that's when we get really drastic, and that's what I personally don't think it's right. And so that's why we always give people opportunity to please talk to us. What is working for you? What is not, so we can make that decision. And my own advice tonight is, or what I'm getting from tonight's meeting today, is for us to be able to make that decision and to be conscious about it. Kunle said they even think he's a vegetarian. So that means the amount of meat you eat is reduced. You're conscious about what you eat and stuff like that, so you're not careless. And so I don't think we should generally be careless. So that's what I'm getting from both of your discussion and the conversation with us tonight. And Liz,
Well, I think generally speaking, it's a good thing if you take care of your health. They say health is the new wealth, and against that background, it's really important that we are conscious in terms of what we put into our bodies. That's all you have to take you through to where you see yourself going, and to keep you into achieving the goal that you want to achieve, your 2030 goals, your 2060 goals. If you see your great grandchildren, you need to take care of your health, because otherwise it's just not going to serve you. Your body will fail you along the way. So I can only appreciate what these guys have achieved, and that all of us strive towards that.
I agree, 100%, Heidi.
I just want to say thanks so much, guys, for coming on board and telling us about this amazing, beautiful journey that you're on. And um, I'm really challenged sometimes when I'm thinking that this is what I need to do for my health. And like what Liz said, health is your really is your wealth, and you are what you eat. So it's a challenge, and we are all people of challenges, and I believe that it's not easy to be able to do something amazing in your life, but it is the amazing person that you become when you actually achieve these amazing results, and it's about the journey, and there's no destination as such. So thank you so much. You inspired me so much today. I'm really grateful, and I'm really thinking about it actually just played along in my head now, and I think I'm gonna do this for the next 6 months, or maybe till the end of the year. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Be nice to me. Guys, you are amazing, and like I said, I want to slowly finish my goats, and then I will, and then I will, like 3 years ago, I promised that a friend of mine, I said, I'm gonna lose this weight, and so I'm looking for every avenue, but I'm the type that needs to hear. I need to hear, and I need to see people. Even if I read it, I'm a nurse. I can research. I know what I need to, but I want to see who this has happened to. But I'm convinced in my mind, in my heart, that I can do this. And so, but I just want to hear from you and your life. Kunle, I've seen Kunle over 20 years, and I've seen him maintaining. This is him. Is maintaining his stature, maintaining his wellness and his well-being, and that's very inspirational. So thank you guys for coming on the show today and for sharing with us. And even though we forgot our laptop and we're not in our usual place, we were still able to glean from you too, and for blessing us today. But before you go, we always get a nugget from the people that come on the show to just give us the last advice, the honest advice. Looking at the three of us now, just advise us. Kunle, give us your candid advice.
Sure. My honest advice is that it takes time. It will take time because for me personally, it's about number one, we need to go to the foundation. I think it's really important to know what's your values and what do you value, because your values are going to dictate how you're going to make choices. So that's really important with how you're going to make just choices with eating. So that's going to look differently. And understand that it's a journey, that no journey is linear. We make mistakes and we fall down, we fall short. There's so many things that happen, especially with what's going down. So I think when we understand that, we begin to understand that this is a lifelong process. There's never a point where we reach a point where everything is perfect. So I think when we have that mindset in our heads, it makes the journey very wonderful and like very forgiving, because you're not having so much judgment on yourself and there's not so much pressure, but you're on a journey where you're always learning about yourself, and it's such a beautiful journey to go in, and that's something that I just hope that everyone can also experience as well too. So that's my gold nugget for the session.
Look at me grinning. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Tenesha, please give us your candid advice.
Yeah, I personally just wanted to say, um, you know, everything in life is relational. So is food. So, when you find yourself, sometimes you find yourself to be overeating or undereating, you need to watch your relationship with food. Because I think that's where we fail to make it. Just like a relationship in a marriage, sometimes it becomes one-sided and there's a problem there. It is the same with food. If you find yourself overeating over and over again, there's something that's wrong, which I think you need to address. Because the moment you address the relationship, you just find yourself that you understand that I need food to survive. That's the main reason at the end of the day that we eat. Of course, we enjoy food. It's nice to have it social, but at the end of the day, we eat to survive. So that's the underlying relationship that people need to understand. And the moment you understand that, you become at peace with yourself. And even though you eat things that you're not supposed to be eating, you don't blame yourself, because a relationship, sometimes something goes wrong, you fix it again, keep on continuing, you then don't give up. So just the relationship needs to be kept in close check. And I think you will go far. Thank you.
You are awesome. Everybody we bring to this show are full of wisdom, extremely so. And so, the two of you, we just want to say a big, big thank you to you. You've blessed us so much tonight, and I know that something is going to shift. Every time we get people, things get shift. And so, we cannot thank you enough for what you blessed us, and you bless the world tonight about all the advices and the nuggets that you have given to us. I appreciate you so much, and I know that you're going to come back at some stage. We're going to bring you back where we're going to be more stable. We're going to be at the studio, and the view is going to be even more better than what it is tonight. A goodbye for now. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.